Okay, welcome everybody to the training. Today we are talking about the company Salehoo.com. These guys are pretty well known in the drop shipping space. If you've ever been onto Google hunting for drop shippers and you use the word drop ship, in fact I can probably do it as an example so you can see what I'm talking about. If I'm looking for, wholesale drop shippers, they usually will come up somewhere. Worldwide brands comes up, Doba. They're not on the first page for that search term. Oh, they're on page 2 right here. If I type in wholesale drop shippers, there's their listing in Google. So anyway, I won't belabor this point. You can find them. If I type in like drop ship directory or something, Salehoo, yep, they come up here as an advertisement towards the top. Here's worldwide brands, Shopify, Wholesale Central, anyway. So I want to talk to you guys about Salehoo because on occasion I get questions about them. Here is their homepage right here. They tout themselves as kind of like a few different things, but very specifically a wholesale dropship directory, and not just drop shippers. They're supposed to have options for normal wholesalers as well. So you'll see up here it says access to over 8,000 genuine wholesale and dropship suppliers of over 1.6 million products at genuine wholesale prices. So the reason why you might use a company like Salehoo if you're a business owner is you might be wondering where to find legit wholesale drop shippers or legit wholesalers for that matter. And their whole pitch to people is, hey, we know, or we've compiled a directory and a list of these types of companies, and they're available for you if for a price, right? It's always a price. In fact, if you got onto Salehoo and looked, it's not like they're going to give away who any of their suppliers are. That's their product. So you have to pay them, I believe, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's in the neighborhood of like 60 or 70 bucks a year. Let me see if I can find their pricing. Join now. I feel like it was like $67 a year. And then they run this 60-day money-back guarantee type thing where you can use them for a couple of months, see if you like them. So 67 bucks a year. It's actually pretty cheap if you think about it, and as compared to a lot of other services like this. The question I always get is, well, is it worth it? And the answer is that, well, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it to some of you guys. Here's the problem with these types of companies. You can never see their wholesale list prior to signing up. Luckily, they offer some kind of a guarantee, so if you don't like what you see, you could probably get your money back. Although I've never gone through that process with them before. And then they say, they have genuine wholesalers. They list their brands here, different brands that you can get access to. They've got success stories below that, people making money, so on and so forth. There's a couple of things I wanted to show you, though. If you go here, sorry, let me show you what I just clicked on. I went kind of quick. If you click on that link right there, see what's inside. They go through this whole sales pitch. They've got a little video here where they try to kind of pitch you on they're going to be the best source. And their thing is, hey, we've compiled this really great list of suppliers. And by the way, we've vetted them and we've looked through them and they're legit and they're not scams and so on and so forth. So where I have to chuckle just a little bit is they show some products and their potential profits, and a lot of this just isn't legit. So, for example, like take this little inflatable castle bouncer right here. It's going to switch on us, but let me go back. This one right here. They're saying you can get it wholesale at 170, right? And all of these examples, they show a wholesale price and then they show an eBay price. You see that? So they're saying, hey, wholesale on this castle is 170. Presumably, they have a supplier in their directory that you can get it for 170. We don't know if that includes shipping. So they're kind of vague about it, and I think they're vague on purpose. The eBay price is $203.99. Now, I'm not so sure that's totally accurate. We'll check that here in just a second. And the potential profit is $33.99. Well, let me ask you guys a question, guys. If you sold this, if you actually got it for 170 and you sold it for $203.99, is your profit $33.99? Not your real profit, right? Because what are they missing out there? They're not even considering the eBay fees. If I sold this for 203, sorry, it keeps changing. If I sold it for 203.99, I need to multiply that by 13% fees. That's a $26.51 fee that I owe eBay and PayPal. So really, am I making $33.99? No, I'm not. In fact, I'm making $7.47. Okay, we'll round that up to $7.50. If I'm making $7.50 off of a sale of $203.99, so $7.50 divided by $203.99, that's a 3.6% profit margin. Is anybody really impressed by that? Certainly not, right? So I think it's funny. These directories will do this. There's a lot of them out there. You know, Salehoo, Doba, Worldwide Brands. There's a bunch of different directories out there. But it's all a bit salesy. It's all a bit like, hey, we'll sell you the dream, and hey, there's all these great suppliers. And I'm not saying there aren't some good suppliers in here. Just don't be prepared for one of these types of directories to be your only resource. It's actually pretty cheap at $67 a year, but I don't know. I think we can teach you guys just as well to find the types of suppliers they have for free and maybe just save you the time and money anyway. Elaine, to your question, can you sell brand names without permission? Yeah, you can. As long as the wholesale supplier is legit, okay, and that's up to you to kind of look into them, but as long as the wholesale supplier that's selling you a Disney product is a licensed company, you know, they're licensed with Disney, and you can even ask them that as part of your questions for them when you're setting up with them. Hey, you know, are you licensed? Do you have permission? You can ask them those questions, but you know, if they are selling it, they should be. They absolutely should be. Yeah, and that you're right, Peter. That assumes free shipping too on these examples. So don't get caught up by some of this. I've seen a few of my clients be like, "Wow, those are great profit margins. That's way better than doing retail drop shipping." And yeah, I mean in theory, but you got to calculate everything here, right? Let's actually look up that item just as an example. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, now I can't find it. Shoot. That or I'm blind. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Inflatable castle bouncer. Memorize what that looks like. Blue base, green slide, red top. Now let's go to eBay and just look. They called again. Inflatable castle bouncer. Inflatable castle bouncer. Okay. Okay, here we go. This one's not exactly the same. This one is, that looks like the same product. They've got it listed here for $150 for sale. Remember, what was our price on it? $170. I can buy it for $150 and free shipping right here. In fact, hey, I might as well use eBay as my supplier, right? At that point. Here it is again. $155. This one's out of China, oddly. But it looks like the same product for $12.89. Yeah, that can't possibly be true. Okay. Yeah, it says the listing has been removed. Here's another one at $209.99. This one's at $150. So this idea that you're getting this crazy good price on that item, that one, at least the one we just tested there, doesn't prove to be true. Which is interesting to me, because if I'm Salehoo and I'm trying to advertise like my best items, and I'm putting up a product like that, that should tell you something. Now, the other thing that's concerning to me is they tout in one of their videos that they have 100,000 people that subscribe that are members with Salehoo. What's the potential problem there? If you have 100,000 people that are using the same system or the same supplier list, what could be our potential conflict of interest there? Yeah, we're competing against each other. I don't know how many suppliers they have on their list. They said they had they said they had 8,000 suppliers spread across, and now not all of those are drop shippers. That's just 8,000 wholesale suppliers and drop shippers. I'm not sure what percent is drop ship, but I'll bet it's a very small percentage of that, because drop shippers just aren't as common. So let's say it's even just half, right? Let's say there's 4,000 drop shippers, which I think that's even a little aggressive. My guess is maybe there's around 1,000 or so. 1,000 drop shippers spread across 100,000 different people. I mean, I don't know. You be the judge of that. That seems like maybe a lot of people are using some of the same ones. Now, even if that's true, you can get an edge. And I've never thought to myself, because I've had a few clients in the past use a similar, if not the same supplier, and I've never worried too much about that. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, I'm like, well, the market's big enough for multiple people to do well. And there's only going to be a few of you guys who really do this well, right? And get a website up and market it. And I wish every single one of you guys did extremely well. But there'll be a few of you who struggle a little bit, right? So I think I'm not worried if some of you use the same supplier, I guess is the point of what I'm trying to say. But still, to me it seems a little like, I don't know, 100,000 people, only 8,000 suppliers. So, I mean, it's not like this is thousands of dollars to use this Salehoo program. With that guarantee they have, it doesn't sound like you have a lot to lose. They're a reputable company. I mean, I remember Salehoo being around since since about the time I started getting into this, 8-9 years ago, 10 years ago. So it's not like they're new to the game. So I would trust that I'd be able to get my money back. But if you'd like to try them out, do it. If it's me though, my advice is just do it on your own. I think you can do a lot of this stuff saving your money. And I'm always a little suspicious. Like, they may only charge $67, but are you going to get called and upsold to something else? Probably, right? I'll bet they give their signups calls, teach them about the directory, and then try to sell you something bigger. I don't know. I mean, that would be my guess. So you'll see these companies show up and pop up all over the place. This is one that I've gotten enough emails about that I feel like I should explain a little bit. Any questions about Salehoo based on what I've said? And am I at all accurate? Those of you guys who have accounts here, do you like it? Nobody's admitted it so far that they have an account there. But I'm curious if your experience has been good, or are we pretty accurate in our analysis here? I'll give you guys just a sec to respond. A reminder, if you weren't here earlier, there's a chance that we'll be moving our eBay webinar to Tuesday evening. So if that does in fact happen, it'll be updated on the website. Check the website for details. We may have to cancel this particular webinar, which means you would have to go re-register on our website for the new date and time. But that's not confirmed. I just want to give you guys a heads up that that's a possibility. Okay. Yeah, all right, good. Yeah, I think we're pretty straightforward on this. I'm not seeing a lot of questions from you guys. Yeah, well, good luck to you as you're looking for suppliers. Half of your success on eBay is simply about just finding good suppliers, whether they be retail drop shippers, legit wholesale suppliers. Maybe you're finding them off of a list like this. Whatever the case may be. Let's get out there. Let's find some good suppliers and let's build the business. Have a really good rest of your guys' week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks again.